Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot. There we go. By Kathy McLeland. It's at the top there. There's a website for Kathy, kathymcleland.com. So if you want, feel free to freeze frame there and search that out if you'd like to. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites for them, torihartman.com, and there's also watkinspublishing.co.uk in that black strip, or at the bottom over here, I think, watkinspublishing.com. So if you want to search out either of those, feel free to freeze frame and do what you would like to do. All right. Aries. Look, Aries. I don't know what's going on. Where are we going, Aries? Oh. What are we... I'm, like, excited. Why am I excited? I'm getting, like... There's a block, and it's kind of like... How do we get rid of it, but not deal with it again? Like, I want to be done with it. Only two of those? Okay. How do we get rid of this block? Because it feels like it's... I'm going to call it circuitous. I don't know if that's a word. Maybe that's a word, circuitous. Like, it just keeps, like... It's just kind of like, oh, I thought I got rid of this, and it keeps coming back. It's like, it just keeps coming back. It's almost like resetting an egg timer. It's just like it's only so long before it keeps coming back, and it keeps coming back. And I want to get rid of this block. I want to finish it off. It is possible. I feel like you haven't been working too hard on removing this block because it's kind of like, I don't know if it's really doable with this situation. It's kind of like, to remove this block, the way to remove this block might be to lose the whole situation. Like, that's why I don't feel like I can get rid of it. It's kind of like, fixing the basement. It's kind of like everything is on top of it. So if I want to fix, like, the major wall where all the weight is on it, it feels to me like it's almost like impossible, or at least impossible for me, because, like, I don't even know how to start to do that. But there are ways to do it. So it's kind of like the possibility is coming forward. It's kind of like, for the longest time, I didn't feel like I could get rid of this problem. I couldn't get rid of this block. I could just temporarily satisfy it, but then it always comes back around. The lovers to me is like passing the test. You can definitely remove this block. It is going to take some time. From what I understand of Aries, it's either let's do it or let's don't. It's either now or never. Go or get out. It's like either go or get out. You don't do it halfway. Aries are not halfway people. They're just not. I've never found one that is. Not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I haven't found one. It's going to take some time. You got to set it up. You got to put it into steps, and you just got to commit to getting those steps done. So, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you can't keep going and trying to fix it all in one moment. It's going to be like, all right, I got to find out who knows how to do this, how long is it going to take, do I need to live somewhere else while it's happening? I feel like you got to first do your research. Like, what would it take and how long would it take to make it not only remove this block, but keep it gone? It's all within your wheelhouse. So I don't want to pretend like I have all the answers. I feel like you have the answers. It's just kind of like, it just feels like it's daunting and not really something you can handle. Not in the sense of like you can't weather it, but kind of like I just, it'll drive me nuts before I get there. I just can't keep doing the same thing that long. If that makes sense. It's not like it's too, not like it's too heavy, but it's kind of like looking at the back of a pickup truck and seeing, like, 500 cement blocks in the back of it. I'm not even sure if that, I would just say. And you're kind of like, well, I can't move them all in one day. I don't have enough time. But I can probably do 5 to 10 a day. It would take me 3 weeks at that rate. 5 to 10 a day could take a couple weeks at least, I'd think. it's just kind of committing to it, like, oh, here we go, I gotta do this every day at this time, and it just like, I'll get really sick of it. I really not like doing it, but it's kind of like, all right, when I get up, before I take my shower, let me go out there and move 5 to 10 of those blocks. Then I'll get in the shower and clean myself up and go out about my day. And it's just like every day, the monotony of handling that monotony every day. But you definitely can do this, and it's in your wheelhouse to figure it out. It's just kind of like, I don't really want to commit to it. It's kind of like that feeling is what I'm getting. You know what you need to do, though. I actually feel for a lot of you, you know what you need to do. And it will permanently remove the block. One of the reasons I feel like you haven't done it is kind of like, I'll do all that work, I'll drive myself crazy, and it'll still just come back. So why do that? But I'm getting, this reading is coming to you saying, no, it will get rid of it. It will permanently fix it if you do it this way. You got the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. They're giving a lot of earth here. But I'm getting like, you gotta believe in it. The Five of Swords right side up to me is the fruitless win. The upside down is saying you actually can get a win out of this. It's just going to be changing your perspective to it. You could definitely do this. You definitely have this. But for some, I just feel like for a lot of you, it's kind of like the road, it feels so monotonous. It's like, I don't really want to do it that way. And will it really work? Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. Whatever you're dealing with, there seems to be an element of like, I just got to wait out the Aries, and once the Aries just backs off, I can do it the way I want to. It seems to be that you're dealing with something that kind of feels like, yeah, the Aries may come at me really strong, but I just got to hunker down and wait for it to stop. And then when the Aries walks away, I'll just go back to doing what I was doing. Something like that. Because whatever you're dealing with, if it's a person, I feel like that's the better way to put this. If you're dealing with a person, they feel like they just got to wait you out. And they just got to hunker down and wait for the storm to pass. And once it passes, they can just go back to doing what they want to do. The thing is, especially if Aries is mad, and you're like, oh no, this is going to change. Aries, another strong trait of Aries is strategy. So that's just, they're saying use your strategy. Just use your strategy. Make it work. Make this work for you. Use your strategy. You have it. Especially when you get annoyed and you're like, oh no, that'll get you to stick to the plan just for that reason alone. Like, oh no, now I'm ticked. Now I'm mad. I'm going to fix it. Like, I'm going to fix it. I'm done. That will definitely motivate an Aries. Definitely kind of like, oh no. No. You think you're going to, no. Now that I know the game you're playing, now I'm ticked. And now we're going to have it out. Yeah, it's like, regulating how much you do at a time. The Knight of Wands has this reputation for like here today, gone tomorrow, right? But if you ration out what you have to do, it's kind of like when I show up, I'm getting a lot done, but when I'm gone, I'm gone. But if you keep showing up at predictable intervals, you're going to get what you want out of this. So it's just kind of, when you're in, you're in. When you're out, you're out. But it's just kind of like, all right, but I'm coming back next Tuesday, and I'm coming back every Tuesday. And until it's fixed, I'm going to keep coming back. And quite frankly, if it's not fixed within 3 Tuesdays, I'm coming Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday. And if you don't fix it by then, I'll come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you don't fix it by then, I'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what? I can keep going until we've got all 7 days. And if it takes all 7 days and you're still not doing it, I'll just lengthen the time I'm here, because you will do it sooner or later, because I've had it. Aries, once you're really like, no, you will. You're like, oh no, I'm going to win. Oh no, I'm going to win this. I'm committed. Strategy. Use your strategy. Definitely use your strategy. I feel like this is just about, yes, this can be corrected. Once it's corrected, I'm feeling this again. Because I feel like part of you, maybe most of you are going, okay, but why? Like, why would it be different? Like, how can I be sure that I'm not going to get it fixed, and then this person gets used to it for a while, and then they just start back, they start, reverting to the way they used to do it. Because you don't have to get mad to show your temper, if that makes sense. Like, how do I explain this? Because I don't think you're going to scream at anybody, but when Aries is unhappy, that energy comes off of you and people respond to it. And I feel like this energy, once you've corrected it, they had to deal with you enough to they realized you were not impressed with the whole situation. They also know that you were holding back. I feel like it gets very obvious when Aries is holding back because the energy gets very tense, gets very thick, and you could just see it like you're like waiting for it to explode, especially when Aries can hold it together. When they want to, they can hold it together. And I feel like that's going to be there. Like, you don't snap, but like I feel like whoever this is you're dealing with is getting the impression if they start backpedaling or doing something the way they used to, you're gonna blow, and they're not gonna like it. So it's kind of like I don't see you losing your temper with this, but you're making that impression. Like, if you make me come back here, oh, if you make me come back here, I have some Aries in my chart, a bit of it, so I can kind of relate to that. That Aries is very direct, so like you're not going to mince words about what you need to do. They're going to want to get along with you. That's Aries' strategy too, working to your benefit. Because I feel like you'll kind of reiterate that, hey, as long as you do this the way you're supposed to, we can get along fine. I feel like that's coming out of you towards them. Like, you'll be nice to people as long as they do what they're supposed to, and you make that point. Oh, this is going well? Well, it's going to be a good day then. This is going the way it should be? Well, it's going to be a good day then. You screwed it up, I'm going to kill you. Not that you're going to be that bad. But I'm just like, oh, you screwed it up? Well, give me your neck. Just put your neck in my hand. Let's just make this quick. Just put your neck in my hand and we'll just finish it off fast. Yeah, no, they want you to like them. Growth with the Emperor on their side. The Emperor is the Aries cards. They want to stay on your good side. After it's correct, they want to stay on your good side. I feel like you're noticing this. I also feel like you're also keeping one eye on this situation. You got the High Priestess with the Ten of Cups. As long as people do what they're supposed to, we can get along. We can get along just fine. But you're always kind of like, and I'm watching. I see what you're doing. So I don't think you're flat out saying it, but they know you're watching. And you're going to keep your eye on it. I think it'll be fine, though. This other person, if it's a person especially, they're going to accept that whatever they were doing is done. Because it's like, you have the completion with the Eight of Pentacles, saying there's something that's kept going in a pattern, and a pattern, and a pattern, and a pattern. Sometimes 8, 9, to me 9 is the completion number. That's how I read it. That's how I was taught it anyway. This is kind of like, okay, we're not going to keep going with this anymore. What we were doing needs to stop, and they're going to let go of this pattern. It's done. It's done. I feel like you're very happy to be done with it, by the way. I feel like this opens other doors to other possibilities, kind of like once that's together, this opens other avenues for you. You can put your attention elsewhere. Your energy lifts a lot once this is taken care of. Kind of like, okay, now that this is going the way it should, I can put my energy in some other things. So it seems to open doors for you. Kind of like, all right, I don't have to deal with that as much. I gotta keep my eye on it. I gotta keep my eye on it. You're gonna. I gotta keep my eye on it, and you're gonna. But I don't have to babysit it like I used to. It seems like it's better. I'm not being ridiculous, but I don't have to like watch it as closely as I used to. It's not like a 2-year-old, like you don't really walk away from them too far. Versus like a 12-year-old, you're like, they should be a little bit more self-sufficient. You shouldn't have to watch every little thing they do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that different. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.